How you doing? Okay, real quickly. I just want to know
No, put
because
that in the
see,
mic.
Adam is convinced that all black people had roaches. Okay, and I told him I didn't grow up with roaches. Could you please say it again, Mar? Wait, do it again. Wait, roaches. Like I didn't grow up with roaches.
So y'all didn't have roaches growing up.
No. No, we had no roaches.
Y'all didn't have not one. You didn't see not one roach growing up
Why would I have roaches when there's a?
because black people couldn't afford
Yo, black
pest
people
control.
couldn't.
Back in the day. We didn't know what pest control was.
Ma,
All black people ain't grew up with no roaches. I'm sorry.
thank you, mommy. I love you. Bye.
Love you.
Tell us she gonna be on a podcast.
Listen, I don't know why you play with me. Like why?
Well,
I didn't have to grow up. Like literally, I went to a private school. I will tell you, you gonna make this thing work for me?
what you trying to do, baby? Put it up.
Pull it up to my mouth.
Oh, is that what you want? Is that what you want? Put it up in your mouth.
Okay, that's my close up, and this is my wide shot.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, get to it. Hurry up, cause I'm not even.
Don't
supposed
do that.
I'm not even supposed to be here. You didn't feed me. I don't even know if I like you for real.
So shout out to the women that do not eat chicken because if they eat chicken, do not date them because this young sister over here was talking about eating chicken and we don't do that in Texas.
What you eat in Texas?
We eat sushi.
Boy, first of all, the lies that you tell.
We eat sushi.
I don't like sushi.
We do. Hold up. We do. What's that? Not hibachi. It's
You
like
can't even come up with no lie.
It's like a stir fry. We do like a shrimp.
I need you to stop talking like this because it's disgusting.
It's
I cannot stand you, Adam. Okay, so y'all need to. First of all, this man have not even introduced who I am. So let me shut up because I really
I'm
can
about
take over
to.
your job.
I'm about to. So,
okay, go ahead.
So welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Kiana done took over the spot. But look,
you better put some respect on my name.
I got you. I'm coming there, Dr.
Do
Kiana Dancie and
yes.
all that. I got you, baby.
What you mean all that?
But I got you. Hold on. See, you can't do nothing with black women when they get successful and everything.
Who?
So anyway, welcome
Ladies.
back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Your boy DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. Y'all know what it is. Look, once again, I thank you guys for tuning in. Please keep subscribing, telling a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend, which is what we got going on. Shout out to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. It's the only beverage that's infused with THC and alcohol. So it's a black vendor. So make sure you guys go hit them up at Drink8LP6 on Instagram. Also, my other sponsor that I have
This is a lot.
Red Coral Universe. Well, they shoot my information, not just domestically, but internationally. Like you talked about using Africa.
Nice.
You might see it in Africa. So I might be on Tubi.
I didn't.
Well, you could go to Africa and see us on, you feel me?
Well, you said the only. I thought you was about to say this is your only sponsor.
No.
It's the only alcohol with THC and
Infused.
alcohol infused. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes, and it's black owned.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys, the ones that's not viewing on the camera, you guys hear this lovely sister's voice. She's
Hi.
all the way from ATL.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I gotta give a shout out to that.
Come on.
Give you a hand clap for that. All
Okay.
right. So shout out to Atlanta. So I'm going to pronounce your name right.
Okay.
I'm going to do it the right way, right?
Okay.
So we have an author. We have a doctor.
Yes.
We have a comedian. We have an activist. We have a realtor.
Okay.
We have a public speaker.
Transformational.
Transformational speaker.
Yes.
And should I say life coach also?
You sure can.
Life coach. So we
all
have
out of alphabetical order, but go ahead.
It's fine. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The people know what it is. You know what I'm
Actress,
saying?
yes.
That's right.
Former national syndicated talk show host,
Okay.
yes.
Give it to me, baby. Look, you let me finish. But I'd like everybody welcome to the show, Dr. Kiana Dancie.
Listen, you know what, y'all. You did all that to set up my name wrong. So it's Dr. Kiana Dancie, yes.
Dancie,
but you said dancer.
Dancie.
You want me to be your dancer.
Oh, do
And
you want to be a dancer? You
I
come
do
from
not.
Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to
All of us are not dancers.
Really?
Many of us can dance.
Oh, okay. Bands make a dance.
Yeah.
So how is Atlanta? First of all, what you doing in Houston?
Because I used to live here.
Okay.
And I have a lot of business here. So I am, as you mentioned, I'm a realtor. So I'm a realtor in 2 states, Georgia and Texas. And
Oh.
I honestly got my real estate license 2004.
Okay.
No, actually it was 2006 I got my license. And I got my license so that I can buy and sell my own real estate.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing that?
Since 2006.
Okay. So that's a long time.
Are you listening to me?
No, I'm looking at
Right.
the time because I'm thinking about 2000. When did the market crash? 08, right?
08.
08. So that's what I'm thinking. So
Mm-hmm.
most people that was in real estate, they stopped.
Well, yeah. So I really didn't have a reason to stop because it wasn't my full time employment. So when
Okay.
I lived in Houston in 2004 through nine, because I worked for Samsung,
Okay.
and when I worked for Samsung Telecommunication, I was over this whole entire market,
Hmm.
and so I was never completely what's the word? Completely.
Complacent.
No. I wasn't completely dependent on my real estate
Oh, I
business.
got you.
So when I bought my house, I was the agent, I was the buyer, and then I really don't promote it actually.
Okay.
But if someone mentioned it or someone has a question about real estate, I can chime in. But I keep multiple bags, multiple streams of income.
I got you. Well, I can get into that. That's too early to get into that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's too
How
early.
long we here for? Because I'm hungry.
But I don't know. We might be here about an hour.
Don't
so,
play. Okay,
you
come
know
on.
what I'm
You
saying?
get an hour.
So let me ask you this: out of all the accomplishments that I mentioned earlier, I want to talk about some of them, right?
Okay.
Because most women, most black women, looking like yourself, you never see them as a comedian.
So wait, what does a comedian look like?
So comedian, all right. So ideally,
This
most
is a very okay. Go ahead.
this is Brad. This is like a vague statement. So
It's
to the
it's
female comedians that look good, don't charge it to my head.
this is also a very narrow-minded.
It is.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
It
listening.
is. That's why I'm asking the question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you the question, syndicated host.
Ah!
A syndicated host. So anyway,
Do not do that.
so look, most comedians, especially in the '90s, were men, right? Or if they was women, they was considered, the other thing,
What is this?
the rainbow.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you heard? Okay, there's plenty of female comedians who were not the rainbow. Have you
Well,
heard of some more?
Yeah, Samora, but Samora was
Adele
I
Givens.
thought Samora was married to a woman at one point,
No.
and Adele Givens had hardcore comedy. Like it was like a dude.
What does that mean?
Cause all right, so it's like
You can use that word. This is your safe. Okay, this is your
Yeah, I
place.
can
So
say
you can say
dyke.
okay.
I
So
can't use the F word.
okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I understand what you're trying to say, but are you saying the way they look or the way they speak? What are we referencing?
Both.
Interesting. So I will tell you, yes, I have heard that there has been less attractive female comedians than there is quote unquote now.
So I was right.
Now, do I agree? I'm going to say no. I believe, first of all, I don't necessarily think that people are ugly.
Okay. I didn't say
I
they was ugly.
well, what did you say?
I say they just didn't look appealing. That's the difference. I'd say that professionally, right? You're not appealing. It's okay.
Anyway, so there's some beautiful comedians then and now.
Yeah, now it is.
Then and now.
Cause it's well, how did you even get in it? Like how does a person just say, you know what? Hey guys, I'm about to be a comedian.
Okay, so I will be honest with you. My hashtag was pretty funny because when people say, "Oh my God, you pretty funny," they weren't referencing this. There's some amazing, beautiful women. I'm not the baddest, but a bit bad. Anyway, I think that I'm attractive, but there's a million attractive women that do a lot of things in front of the camera, on stage, behind this, whatever. So when I was working for Samsung, when I bought my house here in Houston, Texas, I used to invite my girlfriends over all the time, and they would come over to my house. Will eat chicken, drink wine.
Chicken, did chicken go again? Did that
Because
chicken
this man, I'll explain that later because y'all don't know. When I first met Adam, it was 4:00 in the morning in New Orleans,
yeah.
for the Bayous Classic.
Yep.
And I don't know if he was trying to shoot his shot or not. I don't know.
I wasn't shooting my shot. I wasn't shooting my shot.
You was not?
No, I
That's fine. But either way, it was 4:00 in the morning. He was in my face.
She was just trying to, what?
I
You know, when you
was
see
hungry.
somebody that look like they're like homeless, but they like you want to help them out.
Are you playing?
So I was like,
Are you
okay,
serious?
ma'am?
Anyway, I was hungry.
And she asked for
And
chicken.
so I was like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. And he could not find anyone to, like, this is your hometown.
Yeah, I was.
If
ready
you
to go to
called
sleep.
me at 4:00 in the morning in Atlanta, I wouldn't know where to tell you to go to eat.
But I wouldn't ask you at 4:00 to ask you something to eat. I'm going to sleep at 4:00.
Anyway, so that's why the chicken keeps coming up. Why the chicken keeps coming up because this man did not feed me, and I get here and there's still no food. But anyway, so I used to invite my friends over all the time to the house.
Okay.
And we would laugh and crack up and cry sometimes. So they would listen. I was entertaining the people with my makeups and breakups.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So I literally would have a show for my friends. And one of my girlfriends, shout out to Demetria Caston, lives in Austin. She was like, Kiana, you need to take this to stage. This is funny. This is fun. I was like, what? You want to laugh at my misery? She was like, girl, this is hilarious. Yes. So she dared me to do open mic at Laugh Stop here in Houston, Texas, and I did it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and that was the first time I ever been on stage as a comedian. Now, I've always been in the industry.
How long was that? Like, how long was the set?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a long
It was
set.
an open mic, so you just do 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do open mic, 5 minutes. They didn't throw apples or oranges or tomatoes at me, and they invited me to come back. And so I was like, oh, I think I could really do this. And I've always been in the industry to a certain capacity. I'll be honest. Listen, I used to be a catalog model.
Okay, when Jet?
No, J.C. Penney's. You know, like, you
Jet,
know,
page 45.
You know, one of them girls, you know. I was I used to model. I was a tap dancer. I played chess competitively. I was a ballerina. My mother always had African dance troupes. I traveled with all over the country. I was a Girl Scout. I did all the things.
Where you originally from?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Really?
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and my mother moved us to Atlanta, I think, 9. I was 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
From Cleveland?
From Cleveland.
From the Midwest?
From Midwest to the land of milk and honey.
So you have a similar story to Steve Harvey. Well, not similar because you was a homeless, but
I was not.
From Cleveland to
but there's a lot of comedians that come out of Cleveland. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, I think, Arsenio Hall. There's a lot of us that have come out of Cleveland, but I don't consider myself a Cleveland girl. Okay. I consider myself actually, I'm a Georgia peach with a Texas heart. Well, like Texas will always have a sweet spot.
It's a difference between Atlanta then and Atlanta now.
What is the difference?
Atlanta then was kept. Atlanta now is over the top and flamboyant. It's ridiculous. It's out of control.
I see where you're going.
You see what I'm
saying? I think it's always been that. But the thing is, as far as the rainbow, it's become a safe haven where people can come and just be what they are. Listen, let me just be clear. I don't care.
Okay.
It never even mattered to me ever before what you were, who you love, what you got going on, because I would never. And I'm going to say this. I'm safe, but I'm savage.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm a church girl that has done some things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. I would never have to go, when I get to the gates, I'm not going to have to explain your sins. I'm going to have to only explain mine. He's going to ask me, well, what did you do when you was down there on the earth? I'm not going to say, well, Keisha and them was having sex. Like, that's not my business.
Right.
I don't care.
So when I say flamboyant, I mean
it's very open.
But it's disrespectful
to who?
To some people that's coming to the city. Like, say for instance, like I used to live in Atlanta back in 08, 09, right?
Oh, I was here.
And it was, it was a cool vibe. Of course, you had the rainbows and all that stuff, but now it's like ridiculous. Like,
it's a lot.
It's
and
ridiculous.
And honestly, I would say
still a cool city though.
An amazing place, amazing city. But it never really bothered me. But now because I am single and I'm looking around, I'm like,
oh, you single?
All these men got men and girls got girls. Where do I fit?
Wow. So you come back to Houston?
I didn't say that. I'm in Houston for work right now.
Oh, okay. Because they're trying to make Houston the same thing. I'm like, hold up now, y'all, everybody leave out of here and go back to where y'all came from.
I mean, well, y'all need to up the real estate costs. That's why people move.
Nah, it's too expensive.
The cost of living here is beautiful.
Compared to
Atlanta. My brother just moved out of a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, almost $3,000, and was no bigger than this room.
Really? The prices went up that high?
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful wireless. All the bells and the whistles. Yeah. But
wow,
it's
like
not yours. It's not yours,
like
right? It's not yours. You don't own it.
So I want to get into your life coaching, your transformational speaking.
Yes.
When a person, from my opinion, when a person goes to, when they have those type of professions, that mean they've been through something.
Yes.
Right? To educate someone else with that. So I'm not going to ask you directly what you've been through.
I have no secrets.
Okay, well, let's do it. We're going to do it then.
So here's the thing. So what we did not finish talking about is how I made the transition from working for Samsung to
being a comedian.
Mm-hmm. And that happened because, is that sage? You burn sage in
I burn sage.
For what?
For those type of people that come in here with the different spirits.
Interested. I don't play with that. You burn the sage. All you gotta do is pray.
So I'm covered by the Holy Spirit, first and foremost. Shout out to the Holy Spirit. That's first and foremost.
Okay.
I'm saved under the veil and the cover of the blood.
Look at the church boy talking.
Of the blood.
But he ain't here burning sage.
But sometimes you got to have that clean atmosphere.
All you got to do is you just plead the blood and pour the oil. That's it. You don't need no sage. You gonna burn what he made? That don't even make no sense. Let me leave that alone. Okay. Because it's your show. So if you want to burn sage, crack, or potatoes.
Crack.
I'm not gonna indulge in it. What is. So here's the thing. So I once I got laid off from my job.
Okay.
I was
Samsung.
like, yeah, Samsung. I was like, okay, actually, I need to do this now or never. I was 30. I was in a long term relationship, 19 years old to 29, same man. And I was like, let me do this. Let me just get out here. And I had been through it. With me and him, honey, we had been through the breakups. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't, I dated the wrong dude for a long time.
So he was toxic. What we call
Yes.
toxic now. What we call toxic.
He
now.
was toxic, but he was fine, honey. And I liked our future. I liked the way we looked together. I liked the idea of our future together. We met in college. We fell in love. We were together. You know, I thought, you know, we were like like a numbered couple, meaning like there was 14 other couples that were together from college. And I think about 10 of them are still together.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, I like the idea of that. You know, we went through our makeups and breakups and our ups and downs, but I was thinking, okay, well, we'll figure it out. And at this point, I was just like, I didn't been with him so long. I was so busy looking backwards at how much time I spent. Here's a bar. I was so busy looking backwards at how much time we spent, I forgot to turn around and look at how much time I was going to waste. I loved that man so much that I was empty. And I'm able to say that. Like, I loved me. I've never had esteem issues. I was never in a place where I was like, oh my God, I'm no good without a man. No. But I loved him.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him through his flaws. I loved the way he looked. Hold on, back up. I loved the way he treated me when he wasn't messing up.
Okay.
Because he didn't mess up in front of me. The mess up came when the wind blew. I was like, wait a minute.
So what you mean mess up? What you mean? He cheated?
Cheated, lost his job. Like he proposed to me multiple times, but every time he proposed, it was an escalation of desperation. I was leaving him, and he didn't want me to leave. So marry me. And you know, at the time, I was okay with him and I not being married because I was giving him the opportunity to get himself together. I thought, well, I'll give him time to get his life together. I'll give him time to, you know, we were in college. So, you know, he already had 2 daughters.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let him, you know, I'm good. I'm about to graduate. I got, you know.
So this is how long was this? This is like 10 years?
10 years, yes. So, 19 years old to 29.
So you was 29, so you was 39, 40 almost.
30.
So that experience. So, all right, so when I say toxic, I want you to break it down.
Okay.
So you say he cheated.
He cheated. He lied.
Physically he cheated.
Yes.
Emotionally?
Yes.
Did he cheat in terms of like stealing money, taking
no,
money?
he's never stole anything.
It was just more be emotional and
that's
physical.
Enough.
Okay, so that's where the experiences came from.
And no, it's a lot. I've been through a lot. So, you know, I write about this in my book called Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, that you can get on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and my website. I'm sorry, I'm traveling. I do have my bookmarks, though. So the book is it's called Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, and I literally discuss healing myself whole through laughter. Like, I've been through some things, but who have not?
Right.
And so the things that I've been through, the baggage that I was carrying that was preventing me from becoming my best self, looked like this. I was in a long-term relationship that did not materialize into marriage. Now, the man proposed to me 4 times, and I said no every time. Because once, I stayed with him. Yes, I did. Okay. I did. I stayed with him because I loved him.
Right.
But I wasn't really willing to make that life commitment with him until he was able to get himself together. My father used to tell me something, and I say this all the time, that my daddy... can I curse here?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
My father, and forgive me, my father was the shit, but he wasn't shit. And what I mean by that is my father wasn't in the household, but he was present. My father didn't pay 1% of child support, but he always made sure I had everything I needed when I went to spend summers with him. I learned a lot of lessons with my father's absence, and I learned a lot of lessons in his presence. And so I learned a lot about men. So my father used to say to me that a man, if his M&Ms are not right, he not right.
M&Ms, what that mean?
Money and manhood.
Okay, that's a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar.
That's a bar.
Now, if your manhood, if your thing don't work, you ain't in no good mood. If your pockets are broke, you mad.
Money and manhood.
Money and manhood. My daddy said, baby girl, get you a man with some M&Ms. And some nuts. And I said, I'm thinking, he talking to me. I'm thinking we talking about candy.
Not the milk chocolate.
Yeah.
He
talking about swag.
Yeah.
A man, with his M&Ms are right, he walk a different way. His posture is different. His head is held high.
Basically, he's confident.
Come on. When his M&M's not right, anyone is out of whack.
Right.
If that manhood ain't right, he gonna break some bread. He gonna spend some money on you.
So do you agree with this? Men with confidence, most women, that attracts most women.
It does.
And that what causes them to sin. That what causes them to cheat.
You mean the man?
The man.
I think people cheat because they're always looking for something, the grass to be greener on the other side.
I disagree
And men
with
are
that.
not always cheating. We don't cheat for the same reason.
Correct.
Men cheat most of the time is physical. It's
Yes.
something that you're lacking, or it's something that you see that you want to. I want to with it, or it's also you a cheat because you want to see if you can still conquer.
Correct. So
Okay.
that's mostly what it is.
I understand the science of a man. I get it.
Yeah.
My father was now.
Especially if they're machismo, if they're like that manly
Yeah,
man.
he always needs to feel like, and if you're not getting that at home, you want something, you want it fulfilled.
What we call
Women,
it the kill.
Yeah, you want the kill.
We want the kill.
Women cheat because it's emotional.
Yes.
If the man is not emotionally there for her, if he's not, and there's other women who cheat because they want to get it done in the bedroom and he ain't doing it.
Yeah, a lot of them in Atlanta.
What?
I didn't say that loud. Did I say
Did
that?
you say a lot of them in Atlanta?
Yeah, I did.
There's
But
cheaters everywhere. Let me tell you,
but
men
Atlanta,
cheat, but
ooh,
women
Lord.
cheat too.
They do.
Yeah.
But in Atlanta,
And
ooh, Lord.
Anyway, I think, and I can speak to that too. A lot of women cheat in Atlanta because there's a lack of men, and I don't care what nobody tell me. There is not enough men on this planet for all the women.
That's true.
So, and when you narrow it down to being in Atlanta, I say Atlanta because I say all the syllables, but when I'm at home, it's Atlanta.
Atlanta.
But when you narrow it, when you're talking about an ecosystem like Atlanta, it is a portion of them are gay.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
The
We
ratios.
got to go to the ratio. So first of
Yeah.
all, a portion of them are in jail.
That's all right.
There are good men in jail.
That's one.
Then you're gay.
That's two.
Then you're bi.
Ooh, that's three.
And then you're down low.
Ooh, okay.
So that's the bi and down low are two different people.
Right.
Then you have poly
No, I don't know what that is.
lifestyle. You want multiple women, and you want and everybody in this
Oh,
situation.
polyamorous. Okay, I got
that
you. Yeah,
poly
yeah.
lifestyle. So now that's five groups of people I can't date. Okay, and there's more. Then you have husbands.
What about? Oh, that too. Yeah.
Husbands are ready to go, ready to cheat, whatever. They're not being fulfilled at home. He's like, "What's up? I got some money. But you can only get him. He's not available emotionally. He's available physically, but he's not, and he's only available probably 9 to 5
Right. Well, yeah. Work hours.
work hours.
Right.
Okay, so now you have husbands. They're
Yeah.
available to somebody, but not me.
Right.
Right. And then you ready?
Go ahead.
Then you got the dude who ain't got nothing going on.
He ain't got nothing.
Nothing.
He depending on a woman.
He's dependent on the woman. His manhood is good,
Yeah.
but his money ain't about
He putting it
nothing.
down.
He putting it down.
But he ain't got nothing else.
That's what I said. So if his manhood good, but he ain't got no money, he gonna use that manhood and wear your butt out.
So we looking at what ratio in terms?
Hold
of,
on, I'm
okay.
coming. I got one more. So if his money ain't good, he gonna use his manhood, wear you out.
Right.
If his manhood good, so it's rarely do you get both.
Right.
Rare. Like he could have, it could be some, but it's gonna
But he ain't got no money. He ain't got no manhood.
that part. All right, last,
Mhm.
single, successful, attractive.
Oh yeah, he got
Got it going on.
He got all the options.
He got all the options.
Yeah.
And he don't have to work for it.
That's right.
Because there's women swinging from the roof, women swimming through the lake, women,
You forgot one too.
jumping off the bridge. All these women are willing and able to do everything because why? Because there's an issue with the women.
That's right. But you forgot one.
What?
The ones with the STDs. So.
But that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I'll say and I don't. That's not my preference
Okay.
to have a man with an STD. But that doesn't damn him. For me, it's not an option, but it does not damn him. And the reason I say it doesn't damn him because we all have a past, right?
Yeah.
But the issue is you could have got an STD from someone that you love and they didn't disclose it. You could get an STD having a reckless lifestyle.
Yeah.
You could have an STD just you were actually trying to protect yourself. The condom broke. There's so many
Good
different.
mistake,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? There's so many. So I don't like to damn people for their past. But I will say, and when I say there's issues in the women pool, meaning there are a lot of women are broken to the point where they don't want to be single, so they're willing to accept anything. She will pay the bills. She will let you drive her car. She will let you lie to her to her
Yeah,
face.
absolutely.
She will accept you coming up short. She won't hold you accountable. And so all these women is like,
That's what
don't
Tyler
leave
Perry
me.
come up with his movies.
That part. So unfortunately, there's a lot of women out there that just like I don't want to be single, and they just deal.
So all those characteristics that you named. So I'm looking at probably 50 to 1
So
in Atlanta.
I don't think it's that high.
That's a lot.
I would say 20 to 1.
Well, that's okay. That's fair.
Still high.
That's still high. Because in Houston, I believe it's 10 to 1.
Jesus, I didn't come home.
So it's a lot, especially if you're married or single. but I don't know too many men in Houston. I don't think they cheat. So that's Houston is one of those
Anyway, so
places
men in
like
Houston
that.
cheat. I know cheaters.
So but that's how you got to the transformational part of your life.
So no. So long term. Okay, so long term relationship, right?
Hmm.
I lost my dream job as a national syndicated talk show host as Sister Circle Live.
Okay.
Did not know that I was losing my job. There was never a
Now that's the show that with Rashad Ali.
Rashawn Ali, Selena Johnson,
Yeah.
and Quad from Married to Medicine.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Sister
So
Circle, yeah.
yes. So I was on that show. I was one of the original hosts. They replaced me with Trina Braxton. No shade, but she wasn't me,
Right.
and I'm not her. So they replaced me for her to long term. Lost my job. I looked at not being married as like
A failure.
a failure, and I
At a
coulda-
certain age.
At a certain age, and
Mm.
I actually could have been married a long time ago. I said no. I'm the queen. When I say I am Michael Jordan.
I want to get into that. Can I ask you that
Here we go.
because you since you brought it up, I didn't want to bring
And
it
I have
up.
one more before you go there.
Okay,
And
go
I'm a
ahead.
child molestation survivor.
Okay.
So I survived. I didn't let it conquer me. My mother put me in therapy. I've been in therapy since I was 6 years old. I'm very comfortable with my body.
So, but
Okay.
but you did the therapy.
I did the therapy, and I encourage all black people. I think that's people speak about reparations. I think part of our reparations needs to be mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
And well, I'm gonna get back on the marriage thing, but to say about that, I was reading something about epigenetics.
Uh-huh.
Epigenetics. So basically, it said that the trauma that went on during slavery, childhood, things that we experienced that we wasn't supposed to experience, sometimes that's passed down
Yes.
through the DNA.
Absolutely.
And it's something that we can't even do nothing about. So to your point about people that all black people that need to go to some type of therapy, I believe that I'm an advocate of it.
So I'm gonna encourage you to use a different phrase. You said it was something we can't do anything about, and I disagree. We can do something about it, but we received that bag involuntarily. So
Correct.
that baggage that we received from our parents and our grandparents and our ancestors and our people prior to us,
Yes.
we received it and didn't ask for it. And that's one of the questions that I asked in the back of my book and even in my journal. Who was responsible for this bag that you carry? Sometimes it's not just us. Who
Heavy
else helped
question.
you pack this bag?
That's a heavy question.
Yeah. So, like, for example, I carried the bag of being a child molestation survivor, but I didn't molest myself.
Correct.
And so that hence the reason why my nonprofit is called Bags, Becoming a Guiltless Survivor. Here's the thing. My mom put me in therapy, but she also should have been in therapy.
Absolutely.
There was times where she was in the session, but she should have had therapy for herself alone, so that she can make sure that she was balanced. Because she was fighting a war that, not only was it, she felt like she failed me and all the things, right? At the end of the day, she needed to be in therapy
Absolutely.
to help unpack
she's
the bag.
a parent.
Yes, she's
And
a parent.
And her child went through that type of trauma.
That trauma,
So
she
yeah.
was carrying it alone.
Right.
And so we oftentimes, as black folks, we refuse to get therapy because we think it makes us look weak.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because the church.
Yeah.
The
So
church was the only place that we had where we can lay our sins down and talk to the pastor or whomever. That's why, and we wasn't really educated too much about therapy. I think now.
I would say lack of education and lack
Yes.
of exposure.
Yes.
And then I will also say I subscribe to PCP, Prayer Couch and Prescription. And in the corporate settings is MCP, Meditation, Couch and Prescription. But PCP, Prayer Couch and Prescription, at the end of the day, we can pray. But the Lord gave us therapists, psychologists,
right.
and all the things and all the pieces
That's right.
to make sure that we're mentally balanced.
Absolutely.
See, a good mind, a sound mind.
Preach. I forgot what I was going to ask about marriage, but you said something.
I've been proposed to. I'm Michael Jordan. I've had plenty of rings.
So why haven't you wanted to be married? So
Yes.
so this is for the men, because I can't understand this.
Okay.
Most women that wants to be married, they want to be a bride, they want to be that queen, they want to be somebody's like
Somebody.
somebody. But they have the opportunity, right? Multiple times, but they always say no. So that confuses me. If I ask for a football, and someone to say, I'm dating somebody, and they say, well, let's go to the store and get a football, but she goes to a certain store, I'm like, I don't want that football. Then she goes to another store, I don't want that football. But you've been asking me for a football, right? That's the same thing.
No.
So explain.
Let me explain. So, okay, the man that I want, he is not seeking me directly.
Okay.
Hear me. Because of where I am now in my faith,
Okay.
he must seek my Father.
That's fair.
And I've ran into a lot of one of the reasons why the man that you seen,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't have the type of relationships with spiritual relationship.
Oh, I got you.
That I would prefer. Like, I want to pray with my man.
That's good.
I want to pray with, for, and over, and I want him to do the same with me.
That's good.
When we go to war, it's not, and there's a problem, it's not just running to the guns. I want you to be able to.
Right.
But I also need you to understand that we're covered. Now, I have not always been in this place, but as I've grown, I've seen what is most important to me.
Okay.
His relationship with Christ is important to me.
That's fair.
Is he consistent? What's his relationship with his mother? What's your relationship with your children? Mm-hmm. Right? So hear me. So remember, I was in the same relationship from 19 years old to 29. So I had never really been with a lot of dudes until I turned 30. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of dudes, but more dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like
multiple.
I 30. I'm all right. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
So you was kept.
I was a good girl.
I got you.
So in my 30s, I'm like, we outside. We outside tonight. You know, in my 30s, I'm turned. My 30s was a whole summer.
I got you.
So then I looked up, I'm like, whoa.
You 40.
40.
You 40.
Jesus, I forgot to have a baby. All the things. But I was not interested in being in a relationship in my 30s like that. Now, I did date a lot. I explored. I learned so much about myself as a woman in my 30s. What I also learned about myself in my 30s is what I wanted and what I did not want, and what my life looked like. Now, I also didn't think that I would not, like, Christianity is dying to a lot of people. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there who are non-believers, and I'm like, what? What keeps you between the lines?
Well, that's a long story too.
Yeah,
but
this is a borrowed thought. A borrowed statement. Okay. I forget her name, but she is the first lady now of New Birth in Atlanta, Georgia. She said something that was so powerful, and I have always said this, but she beat me to the podcast and said, there is absolutely nothing that you can put in my hand that I can't multiply.
That's right.
You give me seed, we gonna eat off harvest.
That's right.
But see, the thing is, I say it all the time. I'm saved. Like, I'm the girl that I listen to all the good preachers, all the good sermons, all the things, but I might flip and listen to a Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not fully there yet.
Yeah, I got you.
But I need you, sir, to be there with me, and we pull each other, and we hold each other accountable.
Right. But so you got the answer. So from what you just said, from getting a man or choosing one of the options of a man, you have the remedy right there in itself, because I was going to go there. The thing is, when people get married, they don't realize that when you get married, that's the beginning of the product. So the marriage, the cultivation of the marriage is the building and the growing and the maturation of the marriage. And now the good that he came in with, the bad that he came in with is gone. And now he's doing something else, vice versa. Mm-hmm. And y'all growing and y'all picking on each other. Y'all going back and forth. Mm-hmm. Y'all, in the Bible, it says iron sharpens iron. Yeah. Y'all sharpening each other.
Yeah, I'm his piece to his war, and I'm his Eve to his Adam.
And y'all growing together.
And we're growing together. But if he doesn't have, he has seed.
He got to have that quality.
Don't call me with nothing about nothing that does not have substance.
I was about to use that word. I was about to say, you're looking for somebody who is substance.
Yeah, you calling me about the day party, the night party, the this party, the cigars this and the cigars week. Sir, let's talk about this election. Let's talk about these rates is dropping. Let's talk about making some money.
The rates are dropping.
They are.
Yeah, I know.
So what do we like? So it gets to the point where you're like, this conversation is young. Am I talking to my brother?
Well, the thing is, so you have a kind of like, because I tell some of my...
Hold on, shout out to my brother. You're a very intelligent man, but you are younger than me. That's what I meant.
This man, don't worry about that.
My brother's like, what you mean? My brother checking me, baby.
So you have something that a lot of people don't have, right?
What is that?
You have a eye for discernment, right? A lot of people don't have that. And some people are gifted with it, some people are not, right? So now you could determine that, and you're aware when you see it.
Yes, and it scared me for a while. Like, because I was delusional. I was just like, well, what is that? Like, even, it was another phrase that I've been given that I was just like, I don't even know what that is. I had to research it. It's been said that I'm an empath.
Empath, okay.
And I'm like, ooh, that's heavy. I feel.
You feel others.
And I feel others' pain. I feel like it's all of it. And it's a gift, but I felt like it was a curse at one time. I was like, I don't want it. But at the end of the day, I can see the BS when it's coming.
Yeah, but that's a
And
good.
I'm not saying everybody BS,
Right.
but it's just not what I want for
But
me.
you know, that's a good and bad thing because it's like you're empathetic too. Because you can feel when somebody's hurting or painful.
Yeah.
Like you was like, I can feel it.
And I carry it.
So that's the bad part about
That's
it
the
because
bad
you're gonna
part. So
carry
now
it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the hard part of being a coach. So when you're working with women, I've worked with some women, and so in all honesty and transparency, my doctorate is honorary. I was awarded my honorary doctorate because I've coached over 2,000 women on how to release their emotional baggage to become their best self.
Okay.
And so through my work, I was given the doctorate, not through my dissertation. So here's.
I got you. Shout out to that.
Come on, I'm not shading the people, but every now and then they get a little shady with me. You know what I mean?
Like
So,
you a doctor? What kind of doctor
yeah,
you is?
a foot doctor, whatever.
Right.
At the end of the day, we all here. But I believe wholeheartedly that the work is important. And when I work with a lot of these women, it's sad some of the things that they've been through and how much and how long they carry these burdens in these bags. These bags. Your baggage does not define you
At all.
now. It is not your fault what happened to you. Mm-hmm. It is your responsibility. Your healing is your responsibility.
You know, Erykah Badu said this back in '95.
What she said?
She said,
"What she say?
Bag lady, don't you miss your bus?
Don't you
carrying all those
all
bags
that bags like that?
And it went over people's head."
Yep. And it's let me tell you. So I told you about my book, but I didn't tell you why I wrote the book.
No.
So I wrote the book because I was going to be on a national syndicated talk show, and I felt like I needed a product. So and before writing the book, I had surgery, plastic surgery. I got the bags under my eyes removed. I forget what it's called. It starts with a B. I have no makeup on, and I think they did good.
Okay.
I got the bags under my eyes removed, and as I was laying there healing, I'll be honest with you, Adam, I was having a very petty conversation with God. I said, Lord, listen. My eyes are bandaged up like this, y'all. I'm laying back. I said, Lord, listen, I need you to listen to me. I said, listen, my plastic surgeon was black. I don't know if he cheated. He was fine, too. Shout out to Dr. Wright Jones in Atlanta, Georgia. I said, I don't know if this man he might have cheated because he was so fine. Somebody might have took a test. I need to come out of this surgery younger and prettier, and my eyes need to be the same size.
Okay.
And I was laying there having a conversation with God. I said, Lord, you hear me? He said, first time I've ever heard the Lord speak to me audibly. He said, you will be prettier. You will be younger looking, but you're ugly on the inside. You got work to do.
That's reality
Punch
tech.
me in my chest.
Wow.
I sat up. I said, hello? I said, who ugly?
Ooh, Lord.
On the inside.
On the inside.
He said, you're ugly on the inside. You got work to do. You show up, you're curt, you rude, you can be dismissive. You can be, and I don't like it. It's not godlike.
Wow.
Fix it. I heard it so clear that I actually called my mother because my mother was taking care of me. I said, Mommy, you talking to me? And she said, no, girl, I just walked in the house. What you talking about? I said, you ain't going to tell me my shirt went on? I said, Mama, you talking to me? And she was like, no, I ain't say nothing to you. I said, somebody said something. She said, it wasn't me. I laid back down. I heard him again. You are ugly on the inside.
Damn.
You got work to do. So I wrote the book, Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, discussing healing myself whole through laughter. And then I said, okay, God, I wrote this book. Now what? I was honest, transparent.
Yeah.
Lost my dream job. Well, before this was a dream. The book has changed, by now. So I was writing this book, talking about my story, been through this, been through that, talked about my boyfriend getting shot in front of me in my mama's house. I've been through some things. And then I wrote the book. I said, Lord, now what? He said, that's cute. You wrote a book. You're telling women to get rid of their emotional baggage that they haven't even claimed that they have. Baggage claim. So baggage claim is my women's empowerment event.
Okay.
And also my one woman show. Which my one woman show is at City Winery in Atlanta, Georgia, September 14th.
Plug it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So baggage claim is a safe destination for women to claim, heal, and release any emotional baggage that we all carry.
I like that.
Yeah.
Baggage claim.
Baggage claim.
Drop your bags off at
when you go to here's the thing. When you go to baggage claim at the airport, what do?
Check in.
No, when you go to baggage claim at the airport, what's the first thing? You're already checked in.
No, you put your bag on top of the
No,
scale.
when you go to baggage claim, you're picking your baggage up.
Oh, baggage claim.
Yes.
I'm thinking about when you
Because you ain't listening.
dropping off.
When you go to baggage
My
claim,
bad.
you're picking up your bags.
That's right.
Why? So the first step to healing is acknowledging that there is, in
A
fact,
bag.
a problem.
Yeah.
There is an issue. You're carrying a bag. All of our bags look different. I don't know what your baggage are, but as a man, you have baggage.
Absolutely.
As a woman, I have baggage. Some things we may have been through together, or if we were together, we may have experienced some things in life together, but we all carry baggage.
Mm-hmm.
You have to decide how long you're going to carry that baggage. How far are you going to drag that baggage? And who was responsible helping you pack that bag? Was it your husband? Was it your wife? Was it your kids? Was it you?
Right. Putting all that stuff in that
Putting
bag.
all that stuff in that bag.
For you to carry it.
And it's a choice. You choose to be happy. Life is very, very short.
You choose to
And
be
you
happy.
cannot waste time trying to control things or allowing things to control you that you can't, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I didn't. So I knew you had some type of. I knew you had a gift, right? In terms of gift to gab, I understand that. But they say that people who have. They always say this. People that can make people laugh have the worst pain, because they know they reach down where that pain was and they mirror it
Yeah.
and they make it out of laughter, right?
Yes.
So I knew it was something, but I didn't know it was that heavy.
Yeah, well, again, I think a lot of us carry a lot of things, but we don't know how to utilize it. I monetize my pain.
That
You know
makes
what I
sense.
mean? So I wasn't going to be held captive or hostage by anything that looks like a failure, shortcoming, or a insecurity. And so my failures were I thought me losing my job as a national syndicated talk show host was my failure, or me not getting married.
But you can get that back though.
I can.
Yeah, that's easy. You doing it now.
I am.
And culturally distinct, we always welcome you come in every time you in town.
Thank you.
I'll be in Atlanta in 2 weeks, so we can shoot again if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But I'm just saying.
So here's the thing about it all. Yes, so I had to learn how to unpack my bags. Understand that a lot of some of the things the bags that I was carrying was my fault. Some of the bags that I was carrying was not my fault. You have to make the decision. That is what you do. The first step to unpacking your baggage is acknowledging that there is baggage.
That's right.
There is a problem.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I know because you busy and you want some chicken, so we got to get you. First of all, you got to plug your baggage claim event, what you got going on. Where can the people find you? If you're in Houston, if you're in Atlanta, if you're in Ohio, if you're in New York, LA, if you're in Africa, you're always in Africa.
I did. I just left Africa. I did my TEDx talk in Africa. It was an amazing experience. Last night I was so offended.
Oh, she gonna
Learn anything. We have better learned that life is not promised for us through the pandemic.
Yeah.
You better have learned
Absolutely.
that life is not promised.
I think a lot of people got the reality check because of that, the pandemic. Not just because of people was dying, but it's like how life could be a regular thing, then all of a sudden it's nothing.
Poof, done.
Like the world,
Yeah.
that fast. And
Yeah.
it's like, damn.
Yep,
So now the little things, they matter.
they matter.
So I told you I was going to do an hour, so we at an hour right now. So
Good,
I got to get you out of here.
perfect. Cause I want some chicken.
Get you some Popeyes, some Frenchies.
I'm not.
We in
you're
Texas,
not-
get some Frenchies.
I ate Frenchies the other day. You're gonna take me for a real meal with some sauce and bread and a white tablecloth.
Sauce and bread.
I like sauces. Like I'm that girl. I like all
That's
the.
black. That's black.
No, I like sauces. I like bread, a little butter, a little fresh butter with the little shapes. I like white tablecloths, fresh cracked pepper. I like a man to come in and sit me down, call me ma'am. I like that.
This is not a date.
It's not a date, but you gonna feed me like it is a date.
I'm gonna tell them to go to Popeyes, put you a napkin.
Anyway, what's the question?
Oh yeah, so no, I want the people to know where can they find you. Also, your event that you have. Also, your realtor information.
Okay.
Yeah, just give them everything.
So the information is all the same. I can be found at kianadancie.com. That is my website. That is my real name, kianadancie.com. And my event is September 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at City Winery. It's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing event. It's the one-woman show. It's brunch, so you can come early, noon, eat your little brunch, turn up. Atlanta's a brunch town. So it's Houston.
Yeah.
Atlanta's a brunch town. Come get your brunch, get your little mimosas, do what you got to do, and then go and hang outside tonight. Be outside. So you can get the tickets on citywinery.com, or you can go click on the link on my website. All of my social media links are the same. Kiana Dancie. I'm Kiana Dancie on everything.
Everything.
Instagram, Facebook,
That's
YouTube,
good.
everything.
Everything.
Yes.
That's good. So guys, you know how to find Dr. Kiana, Dr. Dancie.
Dr. Dancie.
I'm gonna be professional.
Put some respect on my
I got you.
name. Yeah.
So make sure you guys go get the tickets.
Get your tickets from citywinery.com. It is September 14th. It's a one-woman show. It's me, my
All women?
No. When I say one woman, it's literally, it's my DJ, me,
Okay.
and an actor who never say anything.
Got you. Okay.
It's a one-woman show. Men and women are allowed to come. This is not the Women's Empowerment Celebration tea. This is a one-woman show. So men, come bring your girls. Ladies, bring your men. It's going to be a phenomenal, transformational experience. We do laugh. We cry. Sometimes the spirit is in the room. We pray.
Okay.
You know, I don't run from that.
That's good.
I think it's important that we understand that right now we're at spiritual warfare. And people say, I can't believe you still. Yes, I believe. You know why I believe? Because I don't want to be on the wrong side.
What church you go to in the line?
Life Changers ATL. And when I'm here, I go to Wheeler.
Is that Dewey?
No, it's a small church. You probably don't even know. My church is small. Bishop Dwayne Myers. And very small church. We're very family oriented. Most of the people in the church are related.
Okay.
But you know, we're small, but we're mighty. We're doing amazing things in the community. And I think it's important that no matter how big your church is, as long as the word is the word.
That's right.
The blood is still good, and the oil will flow.
And the blood still works.
And the blood still works.
Oh.
And so I need that for me.
I got you.
It's like like when you're riding a bike with no training wheels, you fall over. Woo, you got it. I need the word is my training wheels. Like keep me balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's good.
We talked about a lot today.
Yeah, we did. I think it's gonna be. This is an impactful segment. And I'm glad you came. You know, I know you have a busy schedule and everything. You keep asking me for chicken, but
anyway,
I'm glad you came.
But not to cut you off, but I wanted to remind the people also that I am a realtor. I am here back and forth between Georgia and Texas. I'm licensed in both states. So, and like I said, I got my license because I was selling and buying my own property. So if you ever have any questions or concerns about real estate, I've been licensed since 2006. I know many people think, oh, she wears so many hats. I do, but I am not one that I'm not a master of anything. I'm very experienced. I have
yeah, that's good.
Was that a hand clap?
Yeah, no. This is my theme music, my outro music.
Oh, we going out? Okay,
that way we going out. So, guys, you got the information from Dr. Kiana. Guys, look, I normally leave every segment with a word, one word. Not the word like as a word, like it's one word. And I think for this segment, it's substance. Okay. Right? Have substance in everything you do. Seek for substance.
Ooh. Hey!
Be aware of substance.
Hey!
Right? Hold up, but we did that yesterday at church, so we ain't doing it today. So, guys, look, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Look, Kiana, one more time, give you information. How can they find you?
KianaDancie.com or all things social is Kiana Dancie, KianaDancie. Yes, Kiana, the right way. I'm just playing, y'all.
Kiana, right.
Yes.
This is the Culturally Distinct, your boy DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned in. You guys know where to find me, man. It's a beautiful show, beautiful people, man. I love you guys, and you can't do nothing about it. Peace out.
Bye.
And that's a wrap.